Electronic games are one of the most popular forms of entertainment. A popular connection among gamers is a competition to see who has the best gamer setup. Here are 20 setups that we think are the best. Have you ever played Forza and been disappointed by its lack of immersion? YouTuber Pog must have, since he decided to convert his $400,000 Lamborghini Aventador to take the place of his Xbox controller so he can feel like he's really driving in the game. The car seems to have been modified so the pedals, gears, and steering wheel perfectly control the various elements of the game, and there's a projector on top of his car to screen the game in front of him. The brainchild of Norman designed this 175-degree, 160-inch display encloses you front and sides in immersive imagery to create a single seamless visual. The full kit comes with a motion-capable seat, an F1-style body, and racing software for the F1 2011 game. The screen itself is sold for $28,750, but if you want the whole kit, that'll set you back $114,000. Fans of the space adventure and combat video game Elite Dangerous will be extremely envious of this incredible simulator created by Marcus Boson. It allows you to feel like you're in the pilot seat of a spaceship. Surrounding Boson are 3 large screens that measure 1 meter high and almost 2 meters wide. When in battle, Boson's seats rumble due to 100-watt bass shakers. He can also easily control the game with hand motions due to a Leap Motion controller. To top it all off, his cockpit also has a touch interface dashboard, voice attack software, head tracker, and 2 hottest joysticks. This room is every Pac-Man fan's dream den. It has a round queen-size bed that looks like Pac-Man, along with a classic Pac-Man arcade game. In fact, what makes this place so cool is it's an entire vacation house dedicated to games. Sitting on 10 acres, the Great Escape Lakeside near Orlando, Florida is a perfect place to get all your best friends together since it sleeps up to 45 people. If the house's indoor foosball table isn't fun enough for you, you can even play human foosball outside. Some people just love Flight Simulator. If that's you, you'll love this cockpit. It uses a mix of standard PC hardware and specialist flight simulation peripherals. Featuring 5 37-inch 1080p monitors, it also has authentic joysticks and aircraft controls to make you feel like you're really tens of thousands of feet in the air. The only thing it could do with is maybe some controls on the ceiling, like this equally impressive setup, to add that extra layer of authenticity. Hardly anyone has the space of a lake house to turn into their gaming den, so the next best thing you can do is turn your bedroom into an arcade, like Chris Couleris. He spent $37,000 turning the bedroom in his New York apartment into a 1980s-style arcade. Included is a custom-built 4-player panel board that houses thousands of games such as Michael Jackson's Moonwalker and Street Fighter 2. He also has classic arcade games such as Mrs. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Tron, and Fix-It Felix Jr. His walls are covered with posters of arcade characters and games, and he has shelves of figurines of different arcade characters. Now meet Linus Tech Tips, a YouTuber who decided to make use of a spare room in his house. In it, he built what is quite possibly the world's most comfortable gaming setup, with a custom-built PC and wall-mounted games consoles and controllers. To top that all off, he mounted a 65-inch curved Samsung TV to the ceiling in such a way that you're able to lay back, relax, and play games or watch a movie. He also added on a magnet wall, bookshelves, and a small beanbag for his kids. To keep geeks around the world satisfied, the Gadget Show, a TV show broadcast in the UK, spent 6 weeks researching and building what can only be the most immersive first-person shooter simulator in the world. They tested it back in 2011 with Battlefield 3, aiming to see how effectively you could play the game whilst holding a gun and using full body movements. Collaborating with multiple companies and bright minds, they eventually came up with a 4-meter high, 9-meter wide igloo dome that has 5 HD projectors mounted on the roof, which allows players a full 360-degree screen. The game only requires 180 degrees, so the projectors follow the movement of the player. Inside the dome is an omnidirectional treadmill that keeps the player from running into the screen. A Kinect motion sensor monitors the crouching and jumping of the player. Players fire an Aptoy's App Blaster, which was modified and linked up wirelessly using a mobile mouse to allow the 2 triggers to aim and fire. They even successfully included the element of risk by circling players with 12 paintball guns that fire at them when they're hit in the game. Now that's a simulator I want to try. Take a look at this amazing DIY racing cockpit made by Matthew Boyer. It has a steering wheel, shifters, and pedals to help control the speeding car on a 32-inch flat screen display. The seat even rumbles with a Pro bass shaker to mirror your movements on any type of racing game such as Gran Turismo or Forza. Nowadays, most of us stick to a single console we play games on. However, some fans love the nostalgia of different gaming eras and often find themselves switching between consoles and games. If that's you, you'll love what this gamer has done. Back in 2011, YouTuber Gaming the Systems created a 25-system setup with all of the consoles switched on, so they're hooked up ready to play for your convenience. Since that original video, his setup has expanded and is still growing. Now, his games room features 65 consoles with over 1,900 games to choose from. He must spend a lot of time in there to justify that amount of choice. Danish tech whiz and gaming enthusiast Michael Olsen, aka Whipspeed, has a gaming rig that'll make any gamer drool. This guy has 2 Project Furious gaming rigs, one for himself and one for a guest, and a third setup for his live streaming and recording. He even does dual live streaming on Twitch. Whipspeed started building his $21,000 gaming rig in 2007, and it looks insane. For some World of Warcraft fans, playing as a single character just isn't fun enough. But to play with multiple characters, you need to get creative, which is where multi-boxing comes in. This involves hooking up a bunch of computers to a single game station. GameSlaw and his girlfriend decided to take this concept to the extreme by hooking up an assemblage of 47 PCs, 23 characters for him and 23 for his girlfriend, and 1 for a server. All of this set up in a comfortable position with 3 monitors for each of them to play. Judner Ara, aka Your Average Consumer, has an incredible gaming setup which includes a console area with a PlayStation Pro 4, Xbox One X Scorpio Edition, Nintendo Switch, and a Nintendo Wii, all played on a 65-inch Samsung Curve TV. Also available is a PSVR, Apple 4K TV, a wireless Astro A50 gaming headset, cameras for the PS4 and Xbox One, special Joy-Cons, and a cradle to match, and a Sonos Playbar, which is part of the surround sound system with Play 1 speakers. Also included in his setup is an advanced coffee table that is a mini fridge with USB ports on the side, built-in speakers, outlets, and LED lights. Top that all off with an incredible triple monitor PC gaming setup, and this makes for one of the most impressive personal gaming pads in the world. The desktop has beastly specs, and each of those Acer Predator X34 monitors are well over $1,000 each. Here's another incredibly cool setup. Yazid 2D's black and red gaming setup includes 3 monitors with LED rings and an incredibly powerful PC. Its specs include an i7-5960 CPU, 32 GB of RAM, 2 GTX 980 graphics cards, and custom wiring ordered incredibly neatly. On top of that, he has a PS4 console and an Xbox One sitting on a black glossy Galant table. Here, he also has another smaller table and PC for animating, editing, and recording his videos. Arun Maini, aka Mr. Who's the Boss on YouTube, has a gaming room that is to die for. His setup includes a powerful desktop and a PlayStation 4 Pro. Both are hooked up to a 55-inch 4K Ultra HD Smart TV. Some extras he has are KEF Egg speakers, which can connect by Bluetooth, a Black Widow keyboard, a programmable modular mouse, an Xbox One controller, custom headphones, and a desk that has a ridge of built-in LEDs. He also has a 2015 and 2016 high-end MacBook Pro and a second gaming PC, which he's connected to a 34-inch monitor. This award-winning multi-purpose media room is the ultimate man cave, tailored for both movies and multiplayer gaming. At the bottom here you can see 5 reclining chairs, perfect for chilling out in, playing games, or watching a movie. In front of the chairs are 5 screens, one 75-inch screen for the person in the middle, surrounded by 4 46-inch screens around it. Each of the 5 TVs has 2 dedicated Xbox consoles and its own satellite receiver. And each game console is hooked up online to Xbox Live so that all the users can play each other while experiencing a full screen experience in the same room together. If you all decide to give it a rest, you can then put down the controllers and experience an optimal movie experience as a 12-foot wide screen descends from above. Whilst most of us don't go on holiday to play video games, the keenest gamers out there should book room 2425 at the Hilton Panama. It has a nice view of the beaches that you won't be spending any time on, alongside a 65-inch 4K OLED TV, an Alienware PC with a Core i7-7800 and a GTX 1080 Ti, Xbox One Elite controllers, an Oculus Rift, an Alienware laptop hooked up to a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, a racing chair, interactive lighting, and some weird beanbag thing with an Alienware logo on it, and 2 beds. At $349 a night, you better get saving. This $15,000 pod is the only one of its kind. Built for racing games, it has a steering wheel, pedals, gearbox, chair, PlayStation 3, and a 40-inch LCD Sony TV. It was a prize for the GT5 competition in Dubai, India in 2008. Louis Helstinger of Unbox Therapy made what is quite possibly the setup that the final boss of the internet would be sitting in. At its foundation is a reclining workstation by Imperator Works that costs thousands of dollars. It's all motorized and controlled by a keypad, so when you're comfortable, simply sit back and relax as the keyboard and monitors move into place. You can even recline and enjoy a massage. The RGB setup has a customizable Zydax PC and a PlayStation, and if you get hungry, you can reach out to a snack cart and a mini refrigerator located beside it. The motor-controlled massaging gaming chair was built for triple monitors, so the 42-inch 4K LG monitor with 2 24-inch side monitors that sets up a portrait mode display fit comfortably. At $30,000, it's outlandish and expensive, but perfectly comfortable, immersive, and with its array of monitors would increase your multitasking productivity. Whilst the previous setup is cool, it probably isn't as good as this next one, which is perfect for racing games. Though it lacks a refrigerator or snack bar, the chair is lifted off the ground and tilts with the game. Now that's incredible. So which setup do you want the most? And also, if you enjoy Fortnite, you can check out my friend's channel, Llama Drama, by clicking the video on screen now. He uploads amazing Fortnite content, so make sure to check out his videos and tell him I sent you. Thanks for watching.